It sounded like wisdom, but it was really death. They were external at first, and then, like anything, right? The words are seeds. And so, if I'm listening to these words, being very impressionable, holding other people who are much older than me of higher regard than myself, and then not comparing that to what God was actually saying, what He was saying to me. And so there, that external seed I was receiving, and then what happens with the seed, right? If you're receiving it, then it gets conceived, and then it's getting nurtured by their external voices, and then I'm thinking, well, maybe they're right because it always sounded like wisdom, and that was the trick. It sounded like wisdom, but it was really death. And because I was not wise enough to discern what the truth really was, because it sounded like truth, then the fruit of it was depression. The fruit of that was death, because it wasn't life affirming. It wasn't edifying. And since, of course, people who are high achievers, we love personal development. I mean, we find ourselves in personal development from when we're very young. And so it's like, oh, well, of course I want to be better. Of course I want to like do the best that I can. Of course I want to be excellent. Those are qualities of a person who has a character of excellence. But when that becomes an inadvertent idol, where we are like, well, I need to be these things because that's what's being asked of me, required of me. It's like, well, who said? If we're made in the image and likeness of God, that means fundamentally there's nothing wrong with us. And it was things that I didn't understand.